pretty impressive.
A lot of vitamins though, guys.
Vitamins?
Drink a lot of water and take a lot of vitamins. Because good Lord knows you're not getting any sleep, so you gotta compensate somewhere else.
So drink a lot and vitamins, right?
Yeah.
Yes. Take notes.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so what we're gonna do here, we have a few questions to ask these guys.
Now, are we opening up the panel later to group?
Yes.
Okay, good. Okay.
We'll have lots of opportunities for audience Q&A today as well. So
Awesome.
when that happens, I will let you guys know. We do have a mic over here. We're gonna have plenty of time at that point. I don't want to see anyone run. There is no running allowed, no killing each other, no stomping or trampling or any of that good stuff. So let's start here with just a couple questions from us. Dragon Ball Z Resurrection F is a lot different from the way we handled Battle of the Gods. The timing is much different. We actually got to even work on the world premiere of Resurrection F, which we did in Hollywood. And we all attended, and it was a really crazy event. What was that experience like for you guys?
I think it was absolutely insane. I mean, I don't know if you guys realize, we did a subtitle premiere, and they brought out executives from Toei and Masako Nozawa herself, and I was, they insisted that I ride in the limo with her, and have dinner with her, and go on a date with her. No, they didn't do that.
The whole time I was texting him going, are you making out with Goku right now?
Are you using ha? No, no, it was delightful.
Just kiss her, see what she does.
And we were just, I think we were shocked because it's unprecedented in dubbing and anime history and animation history that any production company foreign would want to, you know, bring up board the dub actors and the dub producers and cast to help promote a film. So that speaks volumes about you guys, except for these two that are leaving. I'm totally kidding.
Being called out.
What you gotta do?
She's a witch.
No, that's true. I'm not gonna mess with her. But I think it speaks volumes about you guys that we got Japan's attention with the popular Dragon Ball in America.
I think we should correct you guys.
Well, that's what I mean. Yes, the fans, yes.
Oh, I thought you were just talking about.
No, I just make Chris call constantly. Hey guys, what are you doing? So thank you so much, and I think it's because of the Dragon Ball Z fandom in the U.S. that they were completely blown away and wanted to do this premiere in April. We did it at the Egyptian Theater in L.A., and I was just absolutely astounded, not only at the turnout, but also at the incredible organization they had for what we were supposed to do on the red carpet. That had arrows and charts, and it was humorous, but also very efficient and enjoyable. And I didn't understand any of it through the train, and I just walked on the red carpet, and it was just, you know, kind of a crazy experience.
You were in just a happy days.
Oh yeah, I was just beside myself. It was crazy. How about you? How's it for you?
Well, it's just we have lived the last 15 years under the shadow of the Japanese cast for a long time, because we go to a lot of conventions and people have a lot of love for the Japanese cast of these shows. And it's very interesting to see, to get recognized for the work that we did on this, because we weren't working on a dub of a show, technically. We never got to even reference the Japanese material. A lot of people don't even realize that we never even got to hear the Japanese cast before we started working on this show.
Oh, I didn't hear Masako's work until maybe my third video game, and that was after I finished Z and GT.
And we didn't even have all the sound effects and the music that were ultimately going to be on the show. All we had was a silent video.
Yeah.
And text on the screen, and lots of ha's that were really, really long with lots of names.
And so I didn't even know how they screamed until I finally heard it. And there's definitely different vocalizations that they do. But for us to be validated like that, I think is bucket list career gratifying. You know, it was really, truly amazing.
And to think that we've gone from not having really any material except for the visual material to look at, to when we worked on Resurrection F, actually to get the whole cast together, to rent out a movie theater and watch the entire thing.
The whole time I'm watching you, I'm looking at your hair going, man, he's really kind of lovely.
Kind of a pretty man.
Pretty man, yeah, man.
You just noticed that.
The Justin Mojo. It's all in the hair. No.
That's where I keep it.
Oh God.
But yeah,
That was
I'm
right.
sorry.
No, you made me lose my train of thought. No, but just, it's so incredible though, that, and it's the same cast members 15 years later, or
Yeah.
generally speaking. It's really an incredible, loyal group of folks.
And also I think we were surprised because we finished Z in 2005 or 6, and then we thought we were done, but then there was a game. And then
Remember when we thought we were done? Sean and I took a picture of holding the last, it was like the very last episode script, and we were flipping off the camera like, we never have to do this again!
not that we don't love Dragon Ball, screaming your head off off for years.
Yeah, it was painful. It was like a sigh of relief.
It's one of those jobs you love, but you're like, oh my god. It's like I gotta go work in that mine I love again, because it's like that's not even the best analogy, but it's like a job that you love, but it's like a screaming. You're exhausted when you're done. It's extremely tiring, and so we thought that was over, and then it was like, oh okay, then there's Kai. Oh, there's another game. Oh, there's another game. Oh, they're gonna do Battle Guns. Oh, okay. Oh, we're done with Battle Guns. Oh, we're gonna do another movie, and we're gonna do. It's like Dragon Ball itself has created another kind of crazy like explosions of Dragon Ball. They get bigger. Oh, you thought that was big? Here's another one. Oh, you thought that was big? Here's another one. Oh, you thought you were done? Here's another one. I mean, I think I'm gonna be Goku into my
very
60s.
much to Dragon Ball.
Yeah.
You just do bigger and bigger.
Yeah.
Next level, Super Saiyan, God, Super Saiyan.
Yeah, Super Saiyan sandwich. I mean, it's
Super Saiyan sandwich.
sandwich mode. And I feel like the art is imitating life, is imitating art, is imitating life. It's just, we're always shocked. I think my girlfriend woke me up, she goes, we got a text from either you or a friend, and they go, doing a new series. I go, I don't believe you. And then I got up later, and she said, no, they're doing it. And she showed me a link, and I'm like, oh shit. And
I don't know if you guys knew this, but it was really hard to dub this stuff.
Yes, it is
hard.
it's probably, I would say Dragon Ball Z is, of all the dub work I've done, is absolutely the hardest dub I've ever done. It's the first dub I ever did, hardest one I ever did.
Since it's basically been screaming for 15 years.
Yeah, and so when I get another dub
Sorry, guys.
job, and they're like, oh, so are you okay, a little screaming? It's gonna be a long session, like 4 hours. I'm like, yeah, I was training over 100 times normal gravity, which is Dragon Ball Z, hopefully. So I'm okay. So I scoff at those jobs. So yeah, it was amazing.
I hope we answered your question.
And
Oh, yeah, we answered
we're so excited, and we're tangentializing because there's so many of you here. It's very, very exciting. Thank you.
So talking about this theatrical release, this is the largest release for Funimation in general. And if you guys were here for the industry panel, we talked about how this is impacting all the different things we're doing for theatrical releases in anime. You know, this is really paving the way for Attack on Titan, the live-action movie, for the Ghost in the Shell movie, for Psycho-Pass the movie, for The Boy and the Beast. All of those things we talked about today, Dragon Ball Z Resurrection F is making happen and making an opportunity. What do you guys think this means for anime in general?
Well, when you were saying that, I was thinking it's got to be. I'm assuming that most of you, if not all of you, are like old school, except for the very young ones in here, but old school hardcore anime fans who are ostracized and anime's not cool, and to see it explode into the mainstream like this, and you're like, hey, I was, you know, it's like I was country before country's cool, kind of, except this is far from country. But you know, it's got to be very validating to you as fans to have this go on, and now it's like, oh, I see a Dragon Ball Z reference there, I see another anime reference there. It's totally validating, kind of like how even like Revenge of the Nerds are validated by that nerd show. Not that y'all are nerds, but I'm a nerd, so I admit it. So if you want to join the bandwagon, it's all good for me. Now, I'm a former classical spectrum player, it doesn't get much nerdier than that. So, you know, it's got to be just exciting and validating for you guys, and it's validating for us that you guys are here. I mean, it's just a giant love fest here. I think my head's gonna explode. I'm too excited. I'm talking as fast as Adam Sheehan. It's crazy. So, did I answer the question? Sorry. Sure. And you guys want to add to that? No. I want to add to that. Sorry.
Cheese. All right. Cheese. Cheese. That's what this is about. Cheese. You guys watch the movie.
Then you'll get that.
Then you'll get that joke.
Later you'll
Vegeta saying, "It's cheese," or what is the line?
It's cheese.
Yeah.
You'll get it.
You'll get it
The
later.
minute you see it, you'll understand.
So this movie, with Frieza's revival, marks the first time that a villain has been brought back to life with the Dragon Balls. What other villain would you guys want to see, big or small, within the Dragon Ball universe to be wished back? Of course, not Frieza.
Nappa.
Resurrection R, baby. Slightly lower, not really. He's so
Nappa, go Super Saiyan.
5 minutes short. Yamcha finally wins the fight.
Yamcha wins a fight.
It sounds like everyone's in agreement here. Yeah, I don't know. Let's see. It's hard to answer this question because I don't want any of those villains to come back. I want new villains.
But to be fair, though, I think Frieza's the only villain that could really come back, as Frieza is ultimately the antithesis to Goku.
Oh, yeah.
All the other ones are going to be born evil.
I want Vegeta to come back.
Ah.
It's like,
I'm not trying to spoil anything, but you get pretty close to some of that in this movie.
Vegeta has my favorite moments in this movie. He really does. I think you're all gonna think it.
I think him and Krillin kind of steal the show. And a lot of Krillin has a really good part for this particular movie.
Krillin does get some good love.
Yeah, definitely. And Master Roshi has a couple of really great moments.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
just a great movie.
You guys saw the trailer. Being able to see Roshi get all roided up again.
It's not a big spoiler, but I also was extraordinarily happy that, and I'm going to spoil something, so I'm sorry. Pilaf finally gets his wish. He's been wishing this thing since the first time.
Oh yeah.
Finally gets the wish.
It's true.
I'm trying real hard.
But it's funny how it's delivered, so yeah, you'll find out.
So, of course, the question on a lot of people's minds, Battle of Gods this year, of course, Resurrection F, or Battle of Gods last year, Resurrection F this year, and then also coming out, nothing that Funimation's officially working on at this point in time, but Dragon Ball Super is a thing. And we get to see... We really have no idea where this is going to go with Toriyama, being back on board and kind of creating this original story. A couple episodes have been aired in Japan, and just want to know what you guys think, or where would you like Toriyama to take this series?
We were actually just kind of talking about this in a press conference earlier, and it kind of leads. The last question sort of leads into this one. Of course, we'd like to see, the future of these Super Saiyan God powers. We would also. I would like to see, I would like to see some female Super Saiyans, right?
Yeah.
Intimately what Bulma and Vegeta have been doing since Battle of Gods, because he made me very happy in that movie.
I was curious about a storyline where Goku gets bonked on the head again and becomes a normal Saiyan, is kind of evil, has to learn to be good, and Vegeta's slightly gooder than Goku. That's not even a word, but better or more good, or whatever how you pronounce that. I thought that'd be interesting. I doubt it'll happen. And he starts out, Goku's like a radish farmer or something, and then in the second episode, Vegeta goes on vacation with his family, and I watched part of it, and I was like, that's hilarious. Put Vegeta in positions where he has to control his temper, and he just can't help himself. I didn't see the subtitles, so I don't know what they're saying, but it was very funny. So we don't know if this is gonna be like a slice of life show, like Dragon Ball kind of was more, and more comedy, or eventually are they gonna go all apeshit, and no pun intended, because they use eternity. I don't know. We don't know what's gonna happen. We're just really excited about it. It looks beautiful.
I hope that by the middle of the series, it's just Gohan and Yamcha sitting in an apartment going like, man, what happened to us?
Instead of just ditching his kid in the woods with a green guy and running off and leaving his wife behind.
In some defense, he was dead.
True. That's true. He was dead.
I always imagined that the series would end with just Gohan having to face death for the first time, because he's lived with Dragon Balls his entire life. He wore one as a hat. He's always had that. He's always been able to wish people back to life. But at the end, finally he can't use them, and Fidel's dying, and he keeps bringing her back over and over again, and finally people go, dude, you can't do that anymore. He finally has to let Fidel die. This is a hard thing. You turned it into drama. I like this show.
What if they did? Well, they did show this. I was thinking the in between to where they die, and why is death so horrible? You can just get wished back and either go to heaven or HFIL. But what happens if there's a horrible experience or torture they go through as they're dying before they get the big guy? I keep forgetting the names.
King Yama.
Thank you. That would be weird to see that crazy experience. It would explain why death would be so horrible in the Dragon Ball Z universe, because it doesn't seem to be. Oh, we're dead. Oh, we'll just wish him back. It's okay. We'll just find the Dragon Ball.
And it's also interesting that you kind of go over that a little bit in this movie as well, that when you die on Earth, you go to Earth Hell.
Right.
Depending on which planet you're dying on, I guess there's different afterlives.
True.
So I don't.
Does that mean that when Planet Vegeta's blown up, that
They're all
Planet
in Vegeta's
hell is gone?
And why hasn't anybody wished Planet Vegeta back? Maybe Vegeta will do that.
That's a really good idea.
Every planet your characters are from have been blown up.
Yeah.
The fact that you voice Yamcha indicates the Earth is going to get blown up.
Vegeta, planet gone. Voice Piccolo, planet gone. Like, come on.
I think there's a problem.
Well, I mean, you guys can watch Resurrection F, and we'll see what happens in that movie.
Oh yeah, there's some definitely cool things happening in that regard.
So, speaking of that, no spoilers. All right, so we do have time to do some audience Q&A, but before we do that, I'll let you guys know exactly what's going on in the rest of this panel. So we're going to open up to audience Q&A here in just a little bit. We do have a sneak peek from the movie that we're going to show after